Prioritising your goals. So once you have brainstormed and categorised your before list ideas, it's time to prioritise your goals. Prioritisation is important because it helps you focus your time, energy and resources on the most important and meaningful goals, whilst minimising distractions and preventing you from spreading yourself too thin. So here are some effective strategies for prioritising your before list goals. You can define your values and priorities. Before you can effectively prioritise your before list goals, it's important to define your values and priorities. Your values are the principles and beliefs that guide your life, while your priorities are the areas of your life that are most important to you. By understanding your values and priorities, you can ensure that your before list goals align with what truly matters to you. To define your values, take some time to reflect on what is most important to you in life. Consider your beliefs, principles and ideals, as well as the people, experiences and activities that bring you the most joy and fulfillment. To define your priorities, consider the different areas of your life, such as health, relationships, career, personal growth and leisure. Think about which areas are more important to you and why. For example, if you value health and wellness or your physical pillar, your priority may have been to maintain a healthy lifestyle through exercise and a balanced diet. By understanding your values and priorities, you can begin to prioritise your before list goals based on what truly matters most to you. You can use a ranking system. So one effective strategy for prioritising your before list goals is to use a ranking system. A ranking system allows you to assign a numerical value to each goal based on importance and urgency, and then prioritise your goals based on those scores. To use a ranking system, assign a score of 1 to 10 to each goal on your before list, based on its importance or urgency. So for example, if your goal is to visit a specific country, you might assign it a score of 9, indicating that it is a very important goal to you. If your goal is to try a new hobby, you might assign a score of 3, indicating that it is a lower priority goal. Once you have assigned scores to each goal, add up the scores for each goal category and prioritise the categories based on the total scores. For example, if your travel goals have the highest total score, you may prioritise them over your personal growth goals, which have a lower total score. You can use a matrix system. So another effective strategy for prioritising your before list goals is to use a matrix system. A matrix system allows you to categorise your goals based on 2 criteria, such as importance and feasibility, and then prioritise your goals based on their placement in that matrix. To use a matrix system, create a grid with 2 columns and 2 rows. Label the columns importance and feasibility and the rows high and low. Then assign each goal on your before list to one of the 4 quadrants based on its importance and feasibility. So for example, if your goal is to climb Mount Everest, you might assign it to the high importance, low feasibility quadrant, indicating that it is a very important goal but may be difficult to achieve. And if your goal is to read more books, you might assign it to the low importance, high feasibility quadrant, indicating that it is a lower priority goal but relatively easy to achieve. Once you have assigned each goal to a quadrant, prioritise your goals based on their placement in that matrix. For example, you may choose to focus on the goals in the high importance, high feasibility. You can find a printable PDF with a template of this matrix discussed. You may find this useful as you progress through these steps and continue building and making your plan towards a very, very successful before list that brings you joy and changes your life.